Hey everybody! So one of my all-time favorite guitar tones is the Clayman sound from In Flames. And one of the keys to that tone is something called the Fredman Technique. What's it all about? Let's find out. Now, I can't guarantee that you're going to sound like In Flames this way, as a lot of factors besides mic technique go into making a guitar sound, but I can guarantee that you're going to get a thicker tone. So, simply put, the Fredman Technique is a method in which a guitar cabinet is mic'd up with two SM57s, one straight on, the other pointed at a 45-degree angle. What's the point? To kill the fizziness in a heavy guitar sound. One mic is bright, the other dark. Combine the two and you get a nice lush tone. Let me show you what I mean. Once you've got your two tracks, you can manipulate the faders to your taste as they work like a sliding EQ. For brighter, keep the on axis louder. For darker, go the opposite way. The great thing is you really don't need much in the way of post-processing EQ this way. Some high pass and low pass, and you're good to go. Now, I've been miking up like this for years with two separate mic stands. It's kind of a pain to set up, but recently, Wilkinson Audio developed this special mic clip that holds 257s at the perfect angle and only requires one mic stand. Very cool. So cool, in fact, I showed this to Henrik over at Studio Fredman, and even he thought it was a great idea. Apparently, they've got a real problem over there with mics getting bumped, usually by bass players, and they're always a pain in the ass to get the mics realigned perfectly. The Wilkinson definitely cuts down on the dicking around part of tracking guitars, so you can spend your time doing more important things, like watching the bass player fuck his way up through his tracks. Generally, I'll put the on-axis mic a little more towards the center cap of the speaker, and the off-axis will be right in front of the cone. Once again, bright versus dark. And when tracking like this, I try to match the mic levels as best as possible. Bear in mind, the off-axis mic will be quieter, and you will need more gain. But the most difficult part about learning this technique is realizing that there's no real rules here. Sometimes you want the on-axis louder, sometimes the off-axis. Again, by how much, it's up to you. There's no real rule. The key here is to experiment and come up with something that works for you. Myself, I've definitely burned up more than a few days trying out all the various combinations. Ultimately, though, it's all about how the guitars work in a mix. So for this clip, I brought my friend Jimmy McKinnon in on drums because most drum samples are like most bass players, just plain shitty. Here we go. Try it out for yourself and let me know how it works for you. Share this video with your friends and let's kick some ideas around because I'd like to do more videos where we experiment with multiple microphones. See you guys.